today about to be reacting to new cars piss me off. Now, me personally, I'm not with all this electric car BS mumbo jumbo. I don't like how they trying to push it on other people. Like me personally, I like a regular gasoline oil filled engine. But let's see what they talking about. Ooh.
New cars piss me off. Let me tell you all about it. Evolution is generally a good thing, right? Look how we went from inventing the wheel to beautiful things like galaxy gas. It's awesome. With all these amazing innovations, tell me why cars are evolving in an annoying and crappy way. It seems like every new car that is released pisses me off just a little bit more than the last one. Don't get me wrong, I think all the new safety features are great, and they definitely save more lives, blah blah blah. But where's the fun in that? There are a lot of things car companies are changing that really don't need to be changed. Lane assist.
What the and that is another day that you wake up on this earth. That's the fun.
There are a lot of things car companies are changing that really don't need to be changed. Lane assist. What the f is this lane assist junk about?
Hey, I like that. I feel like that. Okay, when I was on a road trip, that definitely came in handy because if you get tired and you like swerving on into other lanes and stuff, that definitely come in handy. Me personally, I like it. I feel like that stopped a lot of accidents. It vibrate the wheel and put it back to where it's supposed to be at. I like it.
Car companies think I can't drive or something? Lane assist actually pisses me off so much. It's like having a backseat driver, but instead of your broke ass friend, it's the car. If companies are going to lower the standards of driving so much that you're not expected to be able to stay in your lane, then drunk driving should become legal. I think 90% of drunk drivers would probably be better than lane assist users. I think lane assist and auto brakes and all that stuff is kind of dangerous. People are more comfortable looking at their phone.
Excuse me?
It is dangerous. Wrong. That is like auto brake.
Show me your book.
Yeah. Hey, yo, let me get an ad blocker when I get my
phones and not focusing on driving because they have all these false senses of safety with new cars.
Nah, that don't give you no excuse to text and drive and be on the phone and drive and all that extra shit. That don't give you an excuse, but it definitely come in handy. I like it.
In my 5-speed Civic, I was so locked in. It was such a raw car to drive and it was so loud on the inside that I couldn't possibly focus on anything except the road. Isn't that safer or am I just completely wrong? Let me know. Another thing I won't get over with these cars is how they look. It's like car manufacturers took all the soul out of designing cars and now they all look like the same pieces of shit. It pisses me off. Old cars used to be unique and have a lot of personality. Even if they didn't look nice, they still had wabi-sabi and weren't like the modern cookie cutter design. I don't think I'm blinded by nostalgia or anything. I think new cars really do objectively look.
That is so hideous. Like, oh, that ain't real. I was about to say, Mercy got a Benz like
worse than old ones. You know what else is consistently about new cars? LED headlights. LED headlights piss me off. Sure, it's nice to drive with LED headlights, but being on the receiving end of them is hell. When an oncoming car has LED headlights, I feel more blind than Prime Helen Keller. I have to.
No, they be having their beams on. It's a difference between LED headlights and having your high beams on. They definitely having their high beams on something.
Focus on the white road lines and pray they don't disappear, or else I'll end up in a freaking ditch. I mean, if someone was crossing the road and I was being blinded by LED headlights, I would for sure hit them without realizing. And if you think it couldn't get any worse, sometimes in those new cars with all the screens, you'll be blinded at night anyway. I mean, the brightness on those screens is insane. Most of the time you can change the brightness with a button somewhere, but sometimes the worst ones have the brightness settings in the software, so you have to search around in all the shitty ass menus to find it. I'm pissed. You know what else makes it even worse? Staring at all that damn plastic. I swear there's more plastic in modern cars than there are liberals in Seattle. These car companies add that weird ass bumpy texture to all of it. I don't get it. Why do they think it's appealing? It looks cheap to me. I'm not even kidding though. The door cards are plastic, the dash, the pedals, even the shifters are covered with plastic. It's not just the interior either. In any modern car, the whole engine bay will be coated in plastic covers that do close to nothing. The underbody.
I mean, you complaining about nothing. I don't see nothing wrong with a little plastic. Me personally, I took my engine cover off because I didn't like it, but it's like, to each his own, you know.
Are also coated in plastic guards, which probably does help a little bit, but it's still just a dumb load of useless plastic. I'm pretty sure Tesla made like the whole rear end of the Cybertruck plastic or something too, which is fucking bananas. You know what else is bananas? Modern cars that shut off at stoplights.
Oh my god, I had my Chevy Malibu was like that. I hated that car. It'll turn off the engine if I come to a complete stop. The engine will turn off. That was so irritating. You saving gas or something like that, I guess, but no, bro. That's why I'm kind of glad I got rid of that car. That was probably the most irritating part about that car. But other than that, it was a smooth.
They added this feature just for rage bait. You pull up to a stoplight or a stop sign, the car just dies and it's dead. And now it just looks like you stalled or don't know how to drive the car. I guess this feature is supposed to save the planet or whatever. But if we wanted to save the planet, we should just start freezing the oceans or something. I feel like the only benefit to this feature is it could maybe save you like a tiny bit of fuel over time, but in my opinion, it's not enough fuel for me to give a shit. It's just really annoying instead. Speaking of modern car features that piss me off, car sensors piss me off. I know that sounds like a weird one, but the amount of sensors that are in modern cars just boggles my mind. I mean, they have sensors that detect water on your windshield, like I can't see that shit. And don't get me started on the seatbelt sensor.
What's the point of that? That's so useless. That's just to say you had it. Some fancy stuff.
Why are they putting that in there? It's obvious. I know I'm not buckled in, but the car just wants to remind me every 2 seconds.
If you have a Toyota, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Maybe it'd be reasonable if it was every minute, but no, they make it every 2 seconds. It's ridiculous. Half of the time when you get a code popping up, it's not even something wrong with the engine. It's just a sensor that's gone bad. The more sensors, the more problems. The sensors that piss me off the most have to be oil sensors, because once they add an oil sensor, they feel the need to remove the dipstick. And get this. Most of the oil level sensors don't even work until you.
That's so chaotic because that's how I check my oil to make sure I need to change it or not, or get an oil change. They taking dipsticks out of cars? Nah, that's crazy.
A car for a while. What if you're bad at measuring oil, so you put a cup of oil into your car and you don't know how full the engine is? Do you run it on a cup of oil for like 5 minutes to get an oil level reading, and then kaboom, engine has blown up because of a cup of oil? Something else these companies care about apparently is how high you can rev the car after you buy a brand new. Some of these modern cars have like a 3,000 RPM rev limiter where you can't rev it past 3K for like 500 miles, which I find ridiculous. You're saying I buy a brand new car and I have to drive it like a grandma for 500 miles until apparently it's magically safe, or at least until the warranty is up. I mean, people will.
That's crazy.
Today I'm gonna make a beat. We're going to
get an ad back when I
output
get
new
monetized.
plugin co-producer. Play your beat.
People will build an engine, start it up and walk through the rev ranges for a couple good minutes in their garage, then take it straight to the dyno for a proper break-in. And the engine lasts for longer than the rest of the parts on the car. But the worst cars are the ones that don't even let you rev the car in neutral. I mean, what the fuck, actually weird behavior. For some reason, the design of modern car interiors just gets more and more uncomfortable every single year. When I'm sitting in a new car, I feel naked and
exposed. Neutral. So what happens if you push down on the gas? Nothing? That's quite weird.
The seats are so bare and made out of like fake leather or some shitty fabric. It feels so foreign. But older cars had a welcoming, warm feel inside of them and really created a nice atmosphere. They're so kind and nice to you. But with the new cars, you hop in and the first thing that comes up on the screen is some bullshit about recording your driving behavior or something giving you warnings about not looking at the screen while you're driving. Some more bullshit. Why do new car companies think that eliminating manual options from their cars is making them more comfortable to drive? If anything, it's so much worse because half of the modern cars don't even know how to drive themselves. I swear 90% of these cars have gas pedals where they're super delayed. They'll wait on the ECU for so long until it actually gives you gas. Sometimes these cars just randomly accelerate super fast and are not predictable. The transmissions are always shifting shittily as well. It either won't shift or it shifts too early. It never gets it right. Not to mention the brake boosters in the new cars just seem super sensitive, and the slightest touch will bring the car to a dead stop. Like guys, I swear it's the car that makes me bad.
A lot of stuff a lot of new stuff that I didn't really know about. This is actually blowing my mind a little bit.
Drive. You know what's crazy about these new cars is how small their engines are getting. Now it's not all of them, but a lot of new cars that are coming out just keep getting smaller and smaller engines with a tiny little turbo to top it off. Don't get me wrong, I love small engines like the GR Corolla engine, the Honda K's and B's, but what sets these engines apart from the rest is that they have potential and they were made to get down and dirty. These new engines are just made to be efficient for fuel economy and the atmosphere. Where's the fun in that? In the 70s, we had 7-liter V8s that were turning out 200 horsepower. Not because that's all they could make, because that's all they were allowed to make. You could take those engines and make them like 600 horsepower, no problem. But the new little itty bitty baby ones are just not built with that kind of spirit. They can't take any more than the company gave them, which is just heartbreaking. And it shows you how much spirit these companies have lost. They've also lost the plot with regulation. Every new car is so damn quiet and lacks a nice exhaust note. All the companies just strangle the exhaust with cats and mufflers and shit. Even if it's not an electric electric car, you won't be able to hear it, and the CVT is going to make it feel like driving an electric car too. Even if someone steals the cats, the car is still going to sound like shit because it doesn't have the exhaust designed to sound nice when it's loud. And the CVT is just going to sound like a screaming animal or something anyway. Before you tell me about
car anyways, me personally, I'm not getting that car, bro. What?
Planet, let me just toss a video of lithium mining on screen real quick. So these things that I don't like about new cars are annoying, but at the end of the day, you can just shrug them off. But I do have one chronic complaint. This part of modern cars has gone way too far. The price. Cars are just getting less.
I was waiting for that, bro. The thing that's killing me most about these new cars is the price, bro. Like, it costs so much to get a 2022. It is about to be 2026, bro. Come on.
And less affordable. The average price of a new car is around $50,000. This crap is not funny. In the early 2000s, a new car was around $38,000 adjusted for inflation, which is still a hell of a lot. But it just goes to show how crazy the car market is getting. With this trend, new cars are going to be out of reach for so many people. The whole point of a new car is to be innovative and come out with new cool features, advancing the car world, but we're just going in the wrong direction. And I hope car manufacturers come to their senses. There are a couple cool cars coming out like the 2026 Nissan Z and the rumored 2026 Ford Mustang Raptor, but this should be every new 6 Nissan Z and the rumored 2026 Ford Mustang.
Hey, that hard. That's hard. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. Probably because I'm a Mustang guy, but that's hard.
Raptor, but this should be every new car that's announced, not just 2. That being said though, new cars are...
Hey man, looking forward to those last 2 cars that was on the screen. But no, if you've driven a new car or drove in a new car, what's the most irritating part about it to y'all? Me personally, I'm gonna say the price and the electric engine. Not even engine, but the electric batteries. Honestly, bro. But hey, I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.